said he had found an old pan or something outside and washed it and was cooking it.
So sad, so sad.
But at least we done sold it.
Yeah.
I think we're online.
Good morning. It's Monday, October 23rd, 2023. It's 10 a.m. This is Tyler County Commissioners Court. Madam Clerk, was everything posted accordingly to the special meeting? All right. I'd like to acknowledge our guests here this morning. It's good to have you two this morning. And it is the practice of this governing body to exercise our invocation and pledge allegiance. At this time, Commissioner Hughes, would you read it to me?
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Our dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this day you've given us. We come and assemble. Lord, just lead and guide us in everything that we say and do, and every decision we make will be pleasing unto you. Lord, thank you for our first responders, our police, and the sheriff's office. Lord, lead and guide and protect them. Give me my sins in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. All right. We don't have any public comments today, so we will move to item number 2, our tabled item from previous meeting. Item 2A, a variance filed by Timberland Branch subdivision being developed by Jocelyn Development Group, LLC. The developer is requesting the variance to be relieved from the requirements of the following: section 2.2D, section 2.3F, section 3.2, section 6.3A, section 3.6, section 6.3D, section 6.3E, certificate in appendix G, certain financial guarantees in chapter 9.
A motion to leave it tabled. Shouldn't it take care of what we're gonna change in November? That's my understanding. It should take care of this. Correct, Buck?
Yes, everything we're gonna change.
Okay.
A motion to leave it on the table out.
There's a motion.
I'll second.
All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Same. All right. Move to our minutes from previous meeting on 3A. Minutes from 9/11/23 and 10/05/23. Need a motion to accept this minute.
Motion to accept.
There's a motion.
Second.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. All right, monthly report, our county clerk, monthly report. Need a motion to accept it.
Motion to accept.
There's a motion.
Second.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. All right, item number 4, we don't have any resolutions or proclamations today. Item number 5, consider approve information. Item 5A, change order number 10 for the repairs in the basement of the courthouse. Commissioner Blacksher.
Motion to approve.
There's a motion to approve.
Second.
There's a second.
The numbers changed a little bit, so the first one came back and, it was just an estimate because we needed that to move forward. And it is a little bit more on this one. So hopefully when this is approved, they'll start today.
Okay.
Getting it going.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. All right, item number B, to accept the reimbursement from the Tyler County Historical Commission for the purchase of the courthouse blinds. Commissioner Blatcher.
Put that in form of a motion. I'll second.
There's a second. All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oh, any opposed, same. All right, go ahead.
Would you like that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this check is for $40,000.
Yes, can we get a picture here?
Picture.
You come on up here with us. Miss Rainey?
It's been riding around in my purse for 2 weeks.
There we go.
I will say they are beautiful too.
Come on, Miss Rainey, come over here with us and get a picture.
but anyway, I thought the judge was gonna jump over that. I mean, he got on.
No,
He's coming for it.
I'm not that nimble anymore.
You might need to tilt these a little bit so you have a little light in here. They are beautiful. We're glad to
y'all.
tell it.
Thank y'all so much.
Doesn't you want to see that back like you're getting the check?
Yeah.
It's not ceremonial, but it'll cash.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you
you.
so much.
Make sure that one
Glad we
gets
could
in
do
the
it.
Yeah,
Yours
that-
look great.
They
Put your
do.
hand in there.
They look great.
Come on.
You just thought you got it.
Yeah. All right.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all so much.
You're very welcome.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
May I
We-
say one thing?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, you
You
can.
know, I always want to say one thing. We're just so proud of the leadership of Kay that she stepped in for this. But many of our members now, I mean, well, quite a few of them are newer, so they don't know the toil that went in behind the check. But you know, some of us have been on this for 10 years or more. But Eleanor Kohler was one of the main ones. You remember when we had the galas and all that? So it took a lot of work and several years, and we're happy to help.
We appreciate it.
We thank you. Thank y'all so much. We do, give a lot of thanks to the Tyler County Historical Commission for the purchase of the courthouse blinds. We thankful here in Tyler County for that. All right, now item number 5C, decorating the courthouse for the community Christmas on the square from the Economic Development Fund. What this is, guys, is this will come out of our Economic Development Fund. That's what we'll spend on all of our decorations and different things. Called our attorney and we spoke to him to be sure that we could do it out of the Economic Development Fund. He said that he believes it's 100% what most counties do. And the reason they do it is because it attracts a lot of people coming into the county, and then they go and spend money within the county because a lot of times they come just to see the Christmas lights. We have several ideas that we're going to throw around this year, and of course we're going to have to be careful on how we do decorate, but we're looking at maybe even some projection stuff. We're going to look and see how that works, and we're going to go look at a couple other places where they have projectional lights, and a lot of the projectional lights we've seen are very nice. So that's something that we're looking into, and we still may go the other way.
Yeah, and also, we gave 5,000 before for that, and they have used that money
Yeah.
through the Chamber of Commerce for the Christmas on the Square, so it's kind of the same
It
thing.
is, there's no doubt, and we look forward to getting it back. I know as county judge, I feel very strongly about this because I remember as a kid, the courthouse looking so beautiful and everything else, and I'd love to see it back in that way. And I know that as we look at the courthouse today, it sure is nice seeing all the work that's been done, and it sure is put a big smile upon our faces for sure. So I'm thankful for that. All right, I need a motion.
So move.
There's a motion.
Second.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say. All right, item number D. It's a bench exchange agreement between Tyler County Judge Milton Powers and Jasper County Judge Mark Allen. There's a motion. There's a second. Before we vote, what this is any cases that I cannot hear, whether it be because of family members or something like that, we would have him come over to hear those cases. There are a few big cases that have to be heard from back when I was a justice of the peace that are still on the dockets, and I can't hear my own cases as they've been moved up to county court. But this is something I want to thank Ms. Donice for this, all the work she did to help me get this into place, and a good relationship. We want to thank Judge Mark Allen for agreeing to do this for us. All right, when they had a motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say. All right, item number E, early withdrawal of the CD currently at Natchez Federal Credit Union to reinvest locally. Madam Treasurer?
Yes, sir. What I would like to do is, we have a CD for $195,000 and they just Federal Credit Union. It doesn't, mature until April of next year, but, Jackie and I have had all kinds of issues getting information on our account. We have no access to it because we, have a $5 savings account there that is, dormant. And we can't just deposit and take money out of it. It's not a normal kind of thing. We've got to account for all of that. And so, what I would like to do is pull that out. We will have a penalty, but we've made up for that penalty in the interest that we've earned. And we will come out ahead about $650, so we're not losing anything in principal. Turn around and invest that money with American State Bank in Chester for a better rate.
It was a lot better rate too, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I wanted to add, I mean, we went in there, she and I both, when she first took office, with our credentials of who we were. I was already on the account. We needed to add her and remove the previous one. And they acted like they couldn't look it up by our name. They kept wanting to know our account number. And I said, if I'd have known that, I will give it to you, but it's under our name. I gave them our tax ID number, and they still acted like it was really hard to look up. And well, then just this few weeks ago, when the outside auditor needed a verification, a validation of what we had in that credit union, they wouldn't give us anything.
We've been trying since May. Jackie sent the first request in May, and then I physically had to go sit in their office to get the documentation.
I mean, it's crazy. I don't know why.
So will they let you have it?
Yeah. They think I'm crazy, so yeah.
Yeah, so we do, I don't like it to where we can't get what we need when we have that much money in their institution.
I need a motion to
Motion to.
withdraw the CD currently at Nexus Federal and reinvest it locally at Chester American Bank. All right? Second. All right, all in favor, say aye. Any opposed, say.
Judge, can we move back to number D?
Okay,
So remember the reason we had to put it on Commissioner's report was if we compensate
Mhm.
Judge Allen.
okay.
Do we need to make that part of the motion?
We
How
can.
much it's gonna
Do
be?
y'all have a figure?
Do I?
Do you have a?
We don't have a figure, but what we can do is get one for our next meeting, and I'll come up with a figure. What I'll do is call Hardin County and see what they do, because they have the same bench exchange from, Mark and, Wayne McDaniel have a bench exchange, and now me and Mark will have a bench exchange, because I'll be on his bench exchange as well. So I'll call Wayne and see what their compensation is on that, and then we'll,
So put this one back on the agenda.
yes, ma'am, if we could put that back on the agenda for the compensation, how much it would be.
Usually it's just like mileage reimbursement.
It's mileage, and then I think there's like $150 fee or something like that for the,
Because I know it's not a.
For the day,
it's not a Payroll type thing at all.
is what it is, mileage and $150. Because I know when we have to have another judge come in from the other thing, it's pretty expensive. It's like $750 for a day for having another judge. It was way cheaper. That's like a probate judge when we have a probate judge.
Yeah.
Statutory, right? Statutory.
I mean, we could just say we could do it whatever the agreement is with Hardin County, but it's still
Yeah,
nice if we know.
Yeah. We have a meeting coming up November, so we'll put it on that one if y'all don't mind. All right. Item number F. Our ratification of the order to prohibit order burning. The burn ban order will be in effect until rescinded. Need a motion?
So move.
Second.
Second. All right, before we vote, guys, it's not gotten any better, and we've had a couple of fires this weekend. One of them was actually a guy just cooking out a steak and walked away from it. It was an open fire down in Warren, and he walked away from cooking his steak, and one of the embers got out into the grass. That's how dry it's done got again and burnt. So We started only about 1.5 acres, but they had to come in, the forestry had to come, Texas Forestry had to come in and, push a lane through there to be able to stop the fire. All right. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, say. And I will say that we're gonna try our best to leave this in here as long as we can until we get some significant rain. Because it's something.
I know you caught some heat over it.
Yeah.
We can't bait.
Yeah, I've caught a lot of heat over it for sure, but people don't realize you catch heat from both ends. You got people calling that they want it off, and then people calling that they want it on, and different things. And it's a very difficult thing because when we do get some rain, what our thoughts was with the EOC, this is not something that we take our finger and walk outside and stick it up in the air. We're following charts. Jasper County pulled theirs off last week, and he called and told us that Saturday morning, he put his back on because they had numerous fires. So it's the same thing around. We was trying to give a window of opportunity for people to be able to burn, and they got that window of opportunity, and now we had to put it back on.
Yeah, the leaves are starting to fall now. So
Yes, it can even get
that
worse.
makes it even worse.
All right, well, item number G, the Texas Department of Transportation TxDOT grant for our routine airport maintenance. And I'm gonna let you speak on that a little bit.
It's a ramps program that we did it for several years and then stopped for a couple of years, but we get 50% of every cost we have at the airport for routine maintenance. We get reimbursed for it.
And now it's up to $100,000 now.
Yeah, it was used to, it was just a minimal amount that we got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now to go up to 100,000 and it's 90/10. So if we spend $111,000 is my estimate, is that right? We could get 100,000 back. And that's the way I
No,
feel.
no, it's actually, it's the 100 is the cap.
This is cap, yeah, but
So,
you have to spend like 111 to be able to get that 100 back.
yeah,
You're
we
reimbursed.
look at it that way, yeah.
Yeah, you're reimbursed up to 100,000. So,
Spend 110.
because that's our 90/10,
Just with those lights alone,
yeah.
it
But I
seems
don't
like
know
they
that it's
have trouble all the
90/10 on
time.
the ramp program.
Didn't they move it up to the
That's-
90/10?
We've got a match
Yeah.
now that we didn't before. I
Yeah.
mean, we just had.
Because they
to
moved
and
it
then
up.
they reimbursed us, but
That'd
it's
be great.
changed a little bit, that
That's
it's
it.
way better with that much more money,
Yeah.
so we can do a lot
I'll
more.
make a motion to approve.
There's a motion to approve.
Second.
Second, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? No, I want to say we're having a lot of, if you hadn't got to see the airport, drive out there and look. When building some new hangars out there, it looks really good, looks sharp. One of the old hangars that kind of an eyesore, they tore it down, or tearing it down, so
Put
it looks a lot better.
new skin on it, so it'll look new too.
Yes. All right, item number H, reimbursement to the Tyler County Youth Baseball Association for equipment. Commissioner Martin,
I'll put that in form of motion.
there's a motion.
Second.
Second, all in favor, say aye. All right.
They had
Okay,
spent,
how
I've got
much?
the receipt where they spent $12,000. We only allot 6,000
Okay.
every year entity, so
Right.
$6,000.
So that'd be
You came in the
$6,000.
office and I had to do some research. Man, I don't know, but I actually found it way back.
So that'd be $6,000 given to them.
$6,000.
Right, even though the big expenses are more than that,
Yeah.
that's all the
Yeah.
county pays.
That's all the county does on their part.
All right, item number I, the trade-in on a Mack truck for precinct 4 on current lease and purchase a new Mack truck and get new lease through First National Bank Wichita Falls for payment. Commissioner Hudson?
Yeah, that's just our normal, we've had that truck for 3 years. It's time to turn it back in and get a new one. And I think they are gonna deliver it next Monday. He was coming today, but we changed it, so.
And so I want in the motion, because I didn't get usually I have the lease before we get to this point, but I don't have it in my hand yet. But it's because it's a trade-in, there's certain payments that have to be made before they'll release that title so that we can do the new one. So I just want to make sure in the motion that the lease is approved, when we receive it, and that you have the authority to sign it.
You put that in the form of a motion.
Form of a motion, yes.
Second.
There's a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say. All right, item number J. Appoint election judges and alternates to fill the term ending July 31st, 2024. Madam Clerk?
Yes, sir. We're going to, I need y'all to appoint Jaylynn Touchton for voting precinct 3. That's at Pillister. And she came Saturday and was part of the training, and I think she did
Jaylynn?
really good. Mhm.
What's your last name?
Touchton, Touchton. She's real enthused, and she's already sent me, she's making her own badges and sent me a copy of
And
it.
that's the only one you're appointing today on there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
Motion.
that was the last one we needed.
There's a motion to appoint. Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say. All right. Agreement between the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department and the County of Tyler. Is that,
We've already approved that.
it's already been approved?
Yes, sir, the boat agreement has been approved.
Okay,
They were just wanting the signed copy, and I got it to them.
okay, all right.
No action.
That item had already been previously approved. So we move on to item number L, reimbursement of the Warren Youth Football Program, Commissioner Blanchard.
A motion to approve.
There's a motion.
And that's gonna be for, 2,000, correct? Correct.
Any second?
Second.
All right, there's a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say.
I'd just like to say too, on these youth sports, it's, man, our businesses around here have got hit for years on donating, people coming to them for donations. And, this is something I felt like as a county, just to help with their costs of their facilities and everything else. It's, to me, it's money well spent on our youth.
Right.
I appreciate everybody going along with that.
And they sure do appreciate it.
I know they do.
All right, is there any other comments by court members pertaining to matters of county government?
If you noticed, I expected it to be on here, but this is a special call. It wasn't. You have a budget amendment on there. So I will take them back up and wait till next.
Oh, okay.
It's just a final, amendment for our closing out our 2022 year.
And also, y'all see the clock faces, so
Yes.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's getting
Yeah,
close.
if you'll get a chance, walk outside and look at the clock face.
Looks really good.
Burtis had sent me a picture Saturday. We had a little problem and got a little glitch, and then, Don LaPeche, he fixed that glitch and it worked out pretty good. So
Yeah.
it looks really great, and I'm excited.
I think that, they're gonna, is it next week they're gonna be here with the sound?
With the sound,
Yeah.
they're gonna be teaching on the PA system, I think, Donald. Are you gonna be a part of that? Yeah, I think we want you part of that, where you can maybe train us on the PA systems and stuff, that it'll go through all the courthouse here.
And also, I spoke to Donald about, right now, the way it is, you gotta go up there and manually push the button to ring the bell. You gotta get a communication, line to that system to be able to program it for, ringing for special events and what time you gotta have a cord. So he's gonna work on that also, getting that taken care of. But we're right there, we're almost to completion, so.
So is it gonna ring on the hour? Is that the way it's gonna work?
You can set it however.
When you program it, I mean, it would
You
be,
can set it however you want.
and you'll be able to hear it outside.
And I know for Don Eats, I don't know about any of the rest of you, that when the courthouse used to be the white with the mildew.
Yeah, yeah.
And when we got it painted, we were so excited because, you know, it was awful looking. And this looks, I mean, you can tell this is professionally done work. It looks
It
great.
looks great.
It does look good.
It looks really pretty from over at the commissioner's office because you're up and you look back over here. It's really pretty.
And I would encourage everybody to call, Senator Nichols and Ashby and talk to them about, putting a little bit of pressure on, the Historical Commission in Austin. And, we can qualify for some emergency funding, but it's gonna take, you know, some extra help. Because what they want us to do, we don't have we have a master plan for 1892. And so I talked to the head lady up there and she said, well, you can't qualify for a grant, you know, through the Historical Commission because you're not following the master plan. I said, well, we're almost to completion in 1937. Well, that's not your master plan. So you've got to go to the 1892. And I was like, well, I'm sorry, but people aren't going to let you tear all this stuff we just spent $1 million putting up down. And, so, but she did.
Not only that,
She did say that we could qualify for emergency grant to get the ACs done. So, but it's gonna take somebody putting pressure.
The main thing is, in my mind, is the fact that there's nobody alive that ever saw it in 1892. This is the courthouse that everybody alive right now is seeing or has seen. And I just think it looks very nice and we need to take good care of what we got and go forward with it. Keep it clean. That's the main thing. Don't let it turn green again.
another thing too, is part of that would be that we would lose part of our building.
Oh, yeah, we
We would lose the end down here where
don't want to go
the
back.
basement is and where the judge's office is and the probation office. We would lose that part of the building. So we can't afford as a county to lose any space because we don't have enough space as it is for our people.
It would be wonderful to snap our fingers and it'd be back like 1892, and I know it would be gorgeous and beautiful and
Yeah.
taken care of, but I mean, we're moving forward and we need to take care of what we got.
We're
And
so
we do have a
close.
pressure washer. We did.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
did purchase.
Well, I
It
mean,
had to be a special one because you can't just use any pressure washer.
right, I mean, you need to talk to Mr. Levish and find out what,
I'm sure.
you know, I wash my house every year and it looks brand new again, I mean, you know.
Upon completion, we'll get a book.
Yeah.
Of,
Right, we'll get a book on how to
Yeah,
take care
and
of it.
in Burgess, he's kind of going, getting the heads up on all that to get it going. So,
I can't wait to hear the clock again.
yeah.
You'd be surprised the number of people at church. Are we gonna get to hear that again? So as far as I know, that's the plan.
And that is something that I'm gonna sit down and try to work a day that we can have an opening, a grand opening for the courthouse and everything when everything's completed. I'd love to be able to have that for us.
Or rededication.
Rededication.
That's a big deal, I'm glad to do.
Oh, it is, no doubt. All right, does anyone else got anything?
Ms.
I
Rainey.
have a question, I can't keep up with y'all.
Okay,
What are you saying? When should the clock begin to strike? Next week?
Well, they got to install next week, so it's
I saw
gonna
the works out there in the,
be, well, that's for in here. That's
Yeah.
for the display.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but then it's gonna finish with the bell before.
Well,
It's all gonna be together at some day.
yeah,
I don't know about that, the clock's work. They're just gonna display that in this room right here. But, all we lack up there is just the microphone. And then the speakers being mounted and that's it. And then they got some back order on the roofing. Is that correct?
perfect, yes.
And then we'll almost be 100%
But
complete.
it'll be the original bell up there, won't it?
The bell's up there,
Yeah.
yeah. The bell's up there and actually, don't quote me on this, but I'm almost 100%, Don said it, that the bell wasn't on that level, that it was lower down. But now it's there. So there's no moving that 1,100-pound bell.
No, we don't want to move that bell again.
But originally it was on that lower level.
Leanne,
is what
I don't
Don
want
was
to touch that
saying.
bell.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
The court had approved back many months ago that the local historical commission do something in this room here as a display. Is there a point of contact? I mean, I'm delighted that the clockworks will be in there. That's what we were hoping would happen.
I think I'm the point of contact now, so, but if you will, just give us a little time until
Yes.
they get through with all this work, because we got things that are in and out, that people are having to come in this office now because of the other offices and stuff, so. But once we get through with that, if you'll get in touch with me, then we'll be able to get that taken care of.
You know, something else,
Yes, ma'am?
if it's all gonna be a little while before it's all finished, and you wanna have an opening or dedication, perhaps we could do something at the Christmas season.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's not a good idea, maybe it's.
No,
better-
I actually thought of that myself, is doing
Maybe
it.
not good, you know, just.
I actually
You have
thought
so
of
many
that.
other Christmas things in there.
And I'll have to check on this. I think it was, told that we can actually program that thing to sound like Christmas type,
Yeah,
rings and, yeah.
You mean like make it part of the tour homes or? Stop on the tour homes? Like make it part of one of the
Yeah.
stops on the tour homes or something?
And have people at different stations to tell what happened in this courthouse.
And every Friday, we're having a meeting for the planning of the Christmas on the Square at the Chamber of Commerce. Y'all are more than welcome, anybody to come, come and help us plan. So we got a good path right now.
Started soon,
Is there a
but they gotta
theme?
get finished.
Is there a certain theme?
No, ma'am, not, kind of like what we did last year. We actually had a really good turnout last year. There was tons of.
we did have a very good turnout.
Last year, tons of vendors, and then the next day we had a lot of vendors as well. And it was really a good,
They've always
good
kind of
turnout.
scared me. They look kind of evil.
Well, do we have any other comments by Commissioners Court pertaining to county government?
Sounds good.
Motion to adjourn.
There's a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second. All right. All in favor, say aye.
So ask me to look.
We are adjourned.
I'm impressed, I've never been in a stuff like this going on in